said you repaired these nets a few days ago, sir.
Yeah.
Well, how on earth are the herons getting through then?
Beaks like razors, Mr. Turner.
Do me a favour. Now, where's Elizabeth? This is her problem, not mine.
We gave up morning off. House hunting with Mr. Pollard, she said.
Oh, blast.
They've been gobbling them for hours. Minute my back's turned, they come for more.
Seth, this is a bodge job.
Temporary measure, Mr. Turner. I've been very busy.
I'm going to miss a luncheon appointment because of this.
We'd better get some new nets.
Nonsense, Seth. We'll do what we always do, make do and mend. Now, go and get me some baler twine.
Right.
Oh, and get me a ladder as well. I'll stand scarecrow. Well, go on, man. We can't afford for them to take any more.
I won't be much help.
Why ever not? All you've got to do is tie a few knots.
That's as maybe. It's my fingers, Mr. Turner. They're not as precise as they used to be.
I could do without this.
It's best to know one way or the other.
I've failed.
Well, there's no harm in opening it then, is there? Oh, come on, Mark. It's been sat around for ages. You're going to have to find out sooner or later.
All right. Anything for a quiet life.
Well?
I passed. I got a C for art and a D for geography.
Yes, that's brilliant. Well done. Just think what you could have done if you'd really tried.
Well, I'd never have got English.
No, but you'll never know, will you?
I don't suppose so, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Why don't you do a retake?
No way.
Well, how about enrolling at art college?
I've made my decision.
Mark, you bottled it. You could have walked it.
Rachel, I don't want to do any of that what's expected rubbish. I want to be me. I want to stand on my own 2 feet and make my own decisions for a change.
Fine. So what are you going to do for the rest of your life, then?
I haven't got a clue.
Come on, man. I haven't got all day.
I'm doing my best, Mr. Turner. Where do you want it?
Oh, in the pond. Where do you think I want it? Underneath the hull.
There you are, then.
Well, I'm not going up it.
Well, I can't. I've told you about my back fingers.
You can tie your shoelaces, can't you?
With great difficulty, Mr. Turner.
Well, that's not so very different.
I don't usually tie 'em on top of a step ladder.
Give it to me. I haven't got time to argue with you. If you want a job done properly, do it yourself. But, Seth.
I'm not sure about this, Mr. Turner.
What?
Last time you said that, I ended up losing my memory.
If you don't hold this ladder still, you'll lose a lot more than your memory. Seth! That's it. I've had enough.
Where are you going?
As far away from here as possible.
What about net and fish?
Your problem. You do what you're paid to do.
I've told you I can't tie knots with my bad hands.
Then improvise.
Well, I'll have to check my diary, but next week sounds fine.
Good, as long as you feel up to it.
A day out at Ripon Sales is just what I need at the moment.
Good. The horses I'm interested in have a fine track record by all accounts.
Yeah, well, now's the time to buy.
Yes. I'd appreciate a second opinion on temperament for starters.
Suits me.
After all, it is you who'll be stabling them.
Yep, fine. Well, it's a date then. Oh, damn, I'll have to get the farrier in.
Saw the car, Mr. Driver.
Sorry, Frank, just coming. Wanted a word with Kim.
No rush.
Catch you later.
Okay.
I'll just get the paperwork. See you inside.
Right.
How do you fancy a day out at Ripon Sales next week?
I shouldn't think so. You know, I'm a bit busy at the moment.
Just for the day. Neil wants to buy some horses. Couldn't you try?
I don't think so.
Frank?
Oh, there we are.
I quite like that with the conservatory.
It's too expensive. We can't afford it. That was all right there.
Fine, if you want to spend the whole of our married life renovating.
Well, maybe not.
Not a DIY fanatic, then.
Shelving's about my limit.
Same here.
Well, that's that then.
Hardly a productive morning.
I know there's a housing shortage, but there must be something somewhere.
We might as well face it, Eric. There's nothing.
Even the half-decent stuff we can't afford.
Looks like we're back to square one, then. Your place or mine?
Elizabeth, as much as I'd like for us to share my place, it's not really practical, is it? You, me, and the cat, and all develop claustrophobia.
I suppose it's about the only option left.
Well, we just have to swallow our pride and appeal to Alan's better nature.
I hate to think we've got to go to him cap in hand, though.
He can be reasonable. Sometimes.
I suppose he is in a good mood at the moment.
Well, now's the time, then. I just want somewhere where I can live the rest of my life with you, that's all.
Right, well, I shall speak to Alan this evening and get everything sorted out.
We will. It's us now, remember?
I know. I just think it best if you leave Alan Turner to me.
There. That's finished.
Oh, that's great, Mark.
Looks just like Joe.
Does it? It's supposed to be Mark.
Well, now you mention it, I can see the resemblance.
I've been needing you up at the sheep pen, Michael. All right.
You don't have to overdo it, you know. Hey? Offering to dry twice in 3 days.
Oh, have I?
Watch it, I'll start thinking you're up to something.
Come on if you're coming. Yeah, right.
Bye.
See you later. See you later.
I'll make us a coffee, shall I?
Have you thought any more of what I said about Robert?
We exhausted that particular subject the other night.
Oh, well, I admit I can be a bit of a windbag, but never mind.
Yes.
Well?
When it comes to Robert, I assure you I have his best interests at heart.
It's his security I'm concerned with.
Look, Annie, Jack and I are happy with the arrangement as it stands.
And if the unexpected happens, where do you stand with my grandson?
I can't seem to get through to him, Kathy. He's shutting me out.
But you are talking to each other.
It's a bit awkward, but yeah, just about.
Well, that's one good thing. At least you communicate.
I can't see the point. We keep getting our wires crossed. I have told him I don't want another baby.
No, it's too soon.
He sees me fit and well, I suppose. He knows what I've been through. Well, he's been through it himself, but it's different for him.
Then you have to explain that to Frank.
How can I explain something that I don't even understand myself? It just makes me feel so guilty.
Look, I'm sure that's not his intention. He loves you.
Yeah, I know. I just need time to myself. Time to sort myself out.
Then tell that to Frank, Kim. Not to me. He'll understand.
Will he?
When you feel better, maybe you could think about having a baby then.
I can't say that to Frank. What if I eventually decide I can't face another pregnancy?
You don't know that.
No. But I won't take the responsibility of letting him down again.
You look busy.
Trying to decide on the menus for the wine bar.
Do you mind if I join you?
Bit more upmarket than burger in a basket.
Oh, is there any chance of a preview? I could just fancy some of the game patty.
You'll have to wait till Monday.
Oh, this time last week, Kathy and I were lapping it up in Scotland. Game patty on tap.
I've never been north of the border.
You don't know what you're missing.
So you enjoyed it, did you?
Oh, it was wonderful. The place we were staying at was a bit out of the way, but the countryside was beautiful, and the locals were very friendly.
It all depends on what you're looking for, I suppose.
Well, for a game shoot, it was the place to go.
Doesn't inspire me much. A bit too noisy.
Well, horses for courses. We had a lovely time.
Yeah, Kathy said.
Yeah, it's good to see her so relaxed, isn't it? It's a real break for us.
So it seems.
Yeah, it does you good to get away. Change of scenery, new faces. Just what Kathy needed.
Funny. That's not the impression Kathy gave me.
No, I don't think we should abandon the driving range project altogether.
Good. It's got a lot of potential.
But in my view, the model farm is the one to go for.
What about you, Joe?
I'm with Neil.
That's just the farmer in you talking.
Not at all. The driving range is a good idea, but the model farm would be a much better tourist attraction for the holiday village. Don't you agree?
Of course. I just enjoy playing devil's advocate.
I'd like to thank you, Joe. You put a lot of hard work into this idea.
And I thought you'd had enough of farming.
Can't exactly call it farming, can you? Don't think Brother Jack would approve?
It's the tourist approval I'm after, not the local stick in the muds. Look, we can't fail. Lots of cute animals, exotic breeds. That's what the townies are after.
So we're agreed then. Driving range on the back burner.
And full steam ahead with the model farm.
I just read between the lines. I obviously read wrong.
Damn right you did.
Well, there's no need to be so rude.
I'm sorry.
She didn't say anything.
She must have for you to think that there was something wrong.
Oh, this is stupid.
It's important. Look, if there's been any misunderstanding, I'd just like to clear it up, that's all.
Fine.
It's like a second honeymoon for us. At least I thought so.
It's me getting it wrong as usual, I expect.
I'm sorry about the third degree. I just care, that's all.
I'm not the person you should be telling, am I?
This is ridiculous, even if we could find a recipe. It just isn't my thing, that's all.
Nonsense. You won first prize with your carrot cake.
Well, you know how long that took.
Oh, all the more reason for starting now. The secret is to find the right recipe.
I'm allergic to baking.
Nonsense.
Whoever heard of making a Christmas cake in August, anyway?
This has always been one of my favourites.
Yours is so good. It always takes pride of place.
You've got to find your own style.
It will be humiliating.
That's the secret, your style.
A cake of mine wouldn't get a look in, whatever the style.
And it's time it should.
Oh, come on, Annie. Your cake will be centrepiece as usual. There'd probably be a riot if it wasn't.
Times change.
What do you mean?
I mean, you shouldn't take things for granted.
What are you trying to say, Annie?
I might not be here for Christmas this year. I might have other plans.
Well, if we start to order the stock now, we could be up and running in a few months.
When can we open to the public?
That's up to you, Frank.
I'd like my solicitor to check the small print.
No problem.
Formality, that's all.
That's settled then. Shouldn't be too long. Joe's done his homework.
Right, I'll be in touch.
We should be able to get going with the structure of it right away.
Well, the sooner the better.
A man after my own heart.
Well, it's a small investment this time. If we can work together successfully on this.
Who knows?
To the future.
To the Tate Kincaid partnership.
Sarah's not married to your daddy. That part is true. But it doesn't make any difference. You can still call her mummy. You'd like that, wouldn't you? Well?
Why aren't they married?
They love you just the same. And Sarah is your mummy, no matter what Ben says.
So I can still go riding?
Of course you can. I promise you there's nothing to worry about. And if you want, you can ask your dad when he comes in. Would you like that?
Yes.
Right, we'll ask him. Now, put on your happy face for Gran.
Yeah, well, it's not really a very busy night. Yeah, all right, Elizabeth. I'll be over about 7 then. OK, goodbye. Seth, your fingers aren't so delicate that they can't handle a pint pot, I see.
It's difficult, Mr. Turner, but I ignore the pain and just get on with it.
Pity you can't extend such stoicism to working hours.
Oh, thanks, love. One for Sarah.
I thought I might find you here. Got some news.
You're just so disappointing. All that work.
You expected of Frank Tate.
I don't know what I expected.
Now you know what it's like to get the brush off.
Yeah. Hazard of the job.
Do you think she was serious?
Well, I think so. She never mentioned Spain, though.
I think what's going on now.
Excuse me.
Oh, no, you don't have to go.
No, I'm getting a drink.
Yeah, Joe.
What's up with Turner?
I don't know. He's been stroppy all day. Where's your mate Steve? Has he deserted you tonight?
He's no mate of mine.
I'm sorry. I thought you two were quite friendly.
I'll have a couple of beers to take away, please.
Fancy a dog or sheep? Only a fiver to you. Even looks like you.
She's winding us up, that's all.
I'm not so sure.
Right, well, I'll tackle her straight when we get back.
I can't imagine it, can you? I mean, Christmas at Emmerdale without Ma.
This isn't going to be my haven for much longer.
Why say that?
Summer's nearly over.
Still a fair bit to go.
Well, not really. The holiday village closes down soon. It'll be difficult for me to get over.
I'm sure you'll find a way.
I'm going to miss this.
Yeah.
I think we need to talk, don't you?
I can't imagine it over.
Neither can I. Hull's not that far away.
It is when you've got a serious lack of wheels.
What's going to happen to us, Mark?
You can visit.
Well, it could be difficult once winter sets in.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Come on, there must be something we can do.
Yeah, I'll think of something.
What do you fancy to eat tonight, love?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm so pleased about the model farm. Neil seems really keen on this business partnership.
Hopefully it'll lead to bigger and better things.
I am sure it will. I do love you, you know.
Then why does it have to be so difficult?
It's me. I don't know what to do to change it.
I do. Trust me.
Oh, Frank, I can't.
I'm sure I could get you a job in Hull.
I can get my own jobs, thank you very much.
I can keep an eye out.
The occasional visit to Hull's great. But to get a job there,
What are you afraid of?
I'm just not sure I'm ready.
Hang on, who says anything about long-term commitment? For laughs, remember?
Well, yeah, it's been fun.
I'm going to miss you.
Yeah, and I'm going to miss you too.
So what's to keep you here?
I just haven't thought that far ahead.
Well, having a job in Hull will give us a chance to be together. That's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
You've got brains, Mark. Isn't it time you used them?
Dinner's ready. Plenty for you, Joe.
Jack's got something to ask you, Ma.
Oh, yes. About Spain. Well, go on.
Well, the thing is, Ma, we were wondering...
Young Robert's got something important to ask you, haven't you?
But, Ma...
And it won't keep, will it? Go on, ask your question.
Why aren't you married to Sarah?
You tried, Kim. That's what matters. I don't think he sees it that way. He must hate me. No, you've confused him, that's all. What is going wrong with me? He'll get over it. Hey, come on, Kim, it's all right. I can't explain it, Kathy. Oh, what a mess. I am so fed up with saying sorry.
You know, now that we've decided to stay put, this place isn't so bad after all.
I suppose so. Shame about the filing cabinet, the desk and the typewriter, though.
That could be worse.
Could it?
Oh, come on, what's the matter?
I would like to have provided you with a new home, and I can't, because I don't have any money.
Oh, well, that's it then, isn't it?
Pardon?
It's all off. I couldn't possibly marry a penniless no-hoper.
Elizabeth?
Eric, I don't care where we live, as long as we're together.
Thank goodness for that.
I like this cottage. Oh, it may not be perfect, but it's the best home that I've ever had.
Come on, what about Blackthorn? You had that beautifully romantic stone farmhouse?
Romantic?
Yes.
Blackthorn was the coldest, bleakest, most run-down old heap in the Dales.
Oh. Well, it looked all right from the outside.
Well, so does the fridge freezer, but you wouldn't want to live in one. We had icicles inside in winter. Oh, this is paradise by comparison.
Are you sure you're going to be happy here?
Of course. And if Alan continues to be a pain, I shall just remind him of a few things. Namely, that I am very good at my job, and that there are a few other local employers who are aware of that fact. And then there's always the kitchen.
What kitchen?
He promised me a new fitted kitchen a few months back. Oh, yes, if he causes any trouble, I shall hold him to it. No, I don't think when we make our request that he'll raise any objections.
So, those are my ideas for the wine list, but you're the expert.
Oh, interesting choice. If a little down market.
Somehow I thought you might say that. But most people go for the house selection by the bottle or the glass, yes?
Yes, it's very commendable, then. I think you've got everything well in hand.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Can I interest you in one of these, Mr. Turner?
That looks familiar.
Personalised.
You keep this up, Seth, and I'll have you barred for harassment.
But you might win, Mr. Turner.
Oh, you're running a book on it, are
Not
you?
me, Mr. Turner.
Are you or aren't you?
I am Mr. Turner.
Fiver to win. Red Ram, Joe's entry. Got legs up to here, I've heard.
Oh, what a day. It's starting a bit late. No, it's an emergency. Kim need talk.
Where have you been, Kathy?
I just told you, Kim needed me.
You could have phoned.
Oh, don't be silly.
I thought you'd be back for dinner.
Well, haven't you eaten?
I was waiting for you to get back.
Oh, Chris, what did your last slave die of?
Fine. Won't bother to wait next time.
Don't give me a hard time. What do you fancy? Eggs?
I thought you must have gone off with Lynn and forgotten the time.
I was at work.
So you said.
Chris, you are capable of making a cheese sandwich.
That's not the point.
He's on his way.
Right, now remember, a united front.
Eric, I'd rather speak to him alone.
And I'd rather stay here with you. You know what he can be like.
I do. I've worked for him long enough. Honestly, Eric, it's better this way.
It does look as if I'm running away, then.
Nothing of the sort.
Oh, surprisingly considerate for a change.
The back door. Go on.
Phone me later.
I will.
This is ridiculous.
Go on. Alan, I hope I haven't put you out.
No, no, Elizabeth. It's always a delight to see you. You're looking after that hand, I hope.
It's getting better.
Oh, good.
I'll come straight to the point. Why don't we sit down? Windy tonight, isn't it?
Seen Lynn recently, have you?
You know I have. I told you. Can you get me a mixing bowl, please?
Had a good gossip, didn't you?
No, not really. Do you want cheese in your omelette?
At our holiday.
Cheese or not?
Yes, cheese. Our holiday, Kathy.
But what about it? Oh, salt, please, love.
Nothing.
What is it, Chris? What's bothering you?
Lynn was just stirring it at lunchtime, that's all.
What did she say, for goodness sake?
Did you have a miserable holiday?
Of course not.
I want to know, Kathy.
I never said I was miserable.
I knew it. I knew she was just stirring it.
Well, no, Chris, she wasn't exactly stirring it.
You know I've always been very happy here. Despite our little ups and downs.
Good.
And as you know, Eric and I have looked around for alternative accommodation.
Elizabeth, I really don't know how to put this.
Alan, Eric and I made a decision today.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
We'd very much like to stay.
What?
Between you and me, we've looked around and there really is very little choice.
I told you I didn't say anything.
Oh, which is it then? First you tell me one thing, now it's something else. Why didn't you tell me?
I couldn't. I didn't want to spoil it for you, that's all.
You made me look a fool.
Don't be stupid. I never meant anything.
Then why did you tell Lynn and not me?
Come on, Chris, you're trying not to understand.
How much did you tell her?
We just chatted, that's all. Look, can we just have dinner?
Were you unhappy?
Yes, sometimes. Are you satisfied? I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. Come on, it's not fight. I just want you to be happy, that's all.
You've really put me in a very awkward position, Elizabeth.
Well, I know you and Eric have never seen eye to eye.
Oh, well, I'm sure we could have sorted that out.
That's a relief, anyway.
It's just that I've got to enjoy the free time, you see.
Well, good.
And today, with the nets and missing my appointment, and well, it was all the last straw.
What are you talking about?
I need some capital to support my leisure, so to speak.
We are prepared to negotiate the rent.
No, I'm afraid you don't understand. I'm selling the fish farm. I'm sorry.
But it's my job.
There's no easy way to say this.
Oh, you mean there's more?
Well, the cottage is included in the sale. I'm very sorry, Elizabeth.